Okay, this is Kevin from A1 Bargain Plumbing. We're gonna install the the garbage disposal mounting bracket to a brand new sink on the 60/40 side, on the 40 side. First thing we're gonna do is we got our pipe dope, beat it up, and what we'll do is, so first thing you have to do is on the bottom of the flange, you can see this opening gap in the ring right there. You need to pop that ring off. Loosen these screws. Pull this completely off. This is going to go up underneath, going on an upward angle. We'll get to that part in a minute. This is also going to go on the bottom. It is the cardboard washer and this part, which is going to go so that the screws will go up into there and tighten up. So we got plumber's putty. You can get it at any hardware store. We're going to put the plumber's putty around the flange of the garbage disposal ring. And you don't need a whole bunch, you just need enough so it'll squish out once you put it in there. In this case, I need to add a little bit more in the back there. Pause it. So for the extra putty, you just take the putty just to get a ring of it. You can always put one part to another part if you need to add more like that. So you got just enough like that. I'm going to smash it down, and this will be more than enough once we put it down inside there. Pause it. So what you do now is you get your lettering, come this way, lettering right. You get your lettering straight up so that the words appear properly. You can squish some of it down by hand just to start it off to help it get in place. First thing that goes on is the cardboard ring. Then this is going to go on with the groove part on the bottom. This is the hard part sometimes to get this on. You really need two people. Sometimes it needs to hold from the top. But it's basically going to be opening this ring and stretching it to fit over top of that. You can push pause. Correction. You need to put this part on first and then this part on right afterwards. You put it up and over top, and then you spread the ring and put the ring on. When this ring gets up in that groove, into this beveled groove right there, that beveled groove, when that ring gets in that beveled groove, it'll hold it tight, and then we'll finish by tightening these screws afterwards. Now that the ring is on there, you can see it's holding this part up, and you can see the groove part right there of the ring. So now what we'll do is we're just going to tighten up all three screws, and then it'll squish out the plumber's putty from the other end there, making a seal. And then we're ready to twist our garbage disposal right on here. And the final step is going to be just to remove the putty that's squished out from here. And that putty will actually make a watertight seal. And you can see how the letters are straight up and everything's good to go. And this could be cleaned out with a knife or a blade of some kind, any kind of pointy blade. The next part would be hooking up the garbage disposal. This outlet right here is where you hook up a dishwasher hose. At the end of the dishwasher hose, this kind with a clamp. If you don't have a dishwasher, you don't pop this hole out. If you do have a dishwasher, you just take a screwdriver and take a hammer and you tap it down until it pops loose, and you remove it from the inside. You can remove the cap from the inside afterwards. And the last part about hooking up to the garbage disposal is going to be this part. This is a used disposal. We're just going back with the old one. Just had new countertops put on. These little lips right here, ledges or whatever you call them, they're going to start off higher up, bigger, and then they're going to get smaller as they lock on. And it locks on this ledge right here. Will lock onto that groove. And there's three alike all the way around, and all three will hook onto the lower end of the channel and lock up higher, and you go all the way up as you're doing so. And I can't do it while I'm videoing it, but I'm going to basically lift this disposal up and line these three up to this and tighten it up. And that's the final installation of it. So I got somebody to hold the camera while I'm doing so it's easier for you to see. And I'm going to make sure all three are on the ledge. I'm going to check afterwards and make sure all three are on the ledge. Seems like they're all three on. And what we're going to do is take a channel locks afterwards and grip it from right here and right here, these two spots. Squeeze it together and it'll lock it right in. Then this right here can turn afterwards. It should turn freely afterwards to line up for whichever way we want to get it for the drain and the dishwasher.